When you think of the word a cappella, you might think of someone beatboxing, or the Pitch Perfect movies, or maybe even a famous singing cover you've seen on TikTok. But where did a cappella music actually come from? Well, we're about to find out. To break it down for you, a cappella means without instruments. So it can be any noise that you make or song that you sing, as long as there are no instruments included. So when did a cappella music start? A cappella music began with Gregorian chant. Gregorian chant started all the way back in the 9th and 10th centuries and is a style of unaccompanied vocal music. It's one line being sung, so there were no harmonies, and this means that someone could sing it by themselves or you could sing it in the choir as long as you're all singing the same line. So this branched off into the use of harmonies. So a harmony is when two or more notes are being played or sung at the same time. So say, let's sing this note together. And now you stay on that note, so you sing while I sing and now we just sang a harmony. So now the church started to use these harmonies instead of just staying to the simple one line being sung from Gregorian chant. And this transitioned all the way up to barbershop music. Here's where a cappella music really starts to get fun. A cappella music moved away from the church and the religious scene. Instead, it moved to small groups and people just making music together with no religious affiliation. So this is where doo-wop and barbershop music came into play. Groups started to form and share their music with the world, like the Mills Brothers. The Mills Brothers were a jazz and pop vocal quartet who really had a huge influence on the a cappella scene in the 1930s. Here's one of their songs, Coney Island Washboard.
Coney Island washboard she would play. You could hear her on the boardwalk every day. Soap suds all around, little bubbles on the ground. Rub-a-dub-a-dub in her little tub, all those tunes she found.
From doo-wop and barbershop music, we start to transition into the contemporary a cappella scene. 90s boy bands like Boyz II Men, Backstreet Boys, and NSYNC started singing a cappella and even performing it at their concerts. So a cappella had one more thing that really set it over the edge, and that was beatboxing. Now we know a cappella music doesn't use instruments, so how do they replicate those sounds? Well, beatboxing is when a person uses their mouth to replicate the sounds of a drum set or other instruments. But I'll let my friend Erin show you the rest. Take it away.
Hi guys, so I'm going to show you 3 basic sounds that you can start practicing if you want to know how to beatbox. So the first one is the bass drum, and it sounds like this. Now, when you're first practicing, it might sound like p, 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 and you might just need to put a little bit more pressure so you can get p, p. That'll just take some practice. And the next sound is like this, it's the cymbal, and it sounds like t, 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 t. It's kind of like a T sound. And again, when you're first starting off, it might sound like this, t, 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 which is like a good starting point, but you're just gonna need a little bit more air pressure. So, t, 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 t. And then the next one is called the K snare, which is something that I had to practice a lot. It sounds like this. So you're literally just like making a K sound or a C sound, like cat. I remember when I first started out, it kind of like hurt a little bit. And it'll just take some training of those muscles to get it, good. So if you put all those sounds together, it'll sound like. Okay, now I'm gonna beatbox to Break My Heart by Dua Lipa.
I should have stayed at home, 'cause now there ain't no letting you go. I'm not falling in love with the one that could break my heart. Oh no, now it's doing better alone. But when you said hello, I knew that was the end of it all. I should have stayed at home, 'cause now there ain't no letting you go. I'm not falling in love with the one that could break my heart.
Thank you so much, Erin, for that amazing beatboxing tutorial. So yes, beatboxing has definitely gotten contemporary a cappella to where it is today. Shows like The Sing Off have produced stars like Pentatonics and Home Free. Movies like Pitch Perfect trilogy have inspired the youth, like you, to join their middle school, high school, and college groups and continue doing a cappella as they grow up. There's also a huge international collegiate competition that takes place every year, and that has beatboxing in it as well. So yes, beatboxing is a huge staple to contemporary a cappella. And now to wrap it all up, I present you this video of Cape Harmony, the professional all-female a cappella group singing Superstition. Now watch out, you might see a familiar face.
Superstition ain't the way. Very superstitious. Wash your face and hands.
Superstitious,
Rid me of your problems. Do all that you can.
superstitious,
Keep me in a daydream. Keep me going strong.
superstitious,
You don't wanna save me. Sad is a song.
superstitious,
When you believe